Hey, what's going on, subscribers? Welcome back to another brand new video from the Flaming Prophets YouTube channel. Today I have probably one of the most important videos that you will ever see in your life. It is very important that you watch all of this video because this video can literally change your life as long as you apply the concepts that I will reveal to you in this video. There are very specific things that the rich do that you need to be doing in order to create wealth and become rich yourself. So pay close attention, and the most important thing is to actually apply what you will learn in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. But one of the most important things when it comes down to creating wealth is something that I learned from a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book literally changed the way I look at money, the way that I know why the wealthy are rich. There are very specific things that they do that the poor don't. And this is very important for you to pay attention to and for you to assimilate what the wealthy are doing because it's obviously working for them. But before we get started, if you're new to the YouTube channel, to the Flaming Prophets YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video before we get started. We upload new videos every single week that improve your life. We're all about making profits in the stock market and different avenues. I strongly believe that a wage makes you a living, but profits make you a fortune. If you want to be successful financially, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of our important videos. And I do have some referral links in the description for some different brokerages. Like this one is M1 Finance, one of my favorite brokerages that you can use, and you get $10 for you to invest with the M1 Finance brokerage. I have some videos about M1 Finance and why this is an amazing brokerage for you to be investing with. And then this is Robinhood, my absolutely favorite brokerage. I use this every single day, and you'll get a free stock as long as you use that link in the description. And then the next one I'm going to talk about is Acorns. This one connects your debit or credit card, and it rounds up any expense that you make to the nearest dollar and puts that spare change to be invested. So making money with spare change, basically. And it's all automated, nothing to think about. So it's very easy, and you'll get $5 if you use that link in the description. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So the number one thing that you need to make sure you understand is how the wealthy spend money versus how the poor spend money. So everyone's going to accumulate money through their lifetime, usually through their main source of income, which is normally a job. The reason people end up wealthy versus those who end up poor is how they use that money that they receive from their paycheck, from their incomes. So you need to understand the main difference between the wealthy and the poor. So let me start with the poor. The poor receive their paycheck, and what do they spend their money on? They spend their money on something called liabilities. Liabilities are stuff that you buy that does not produce money for you. It usually just takes money from you, and some liabilities even take money from you monthly. So every single month, that liability is costing you money. So they buy things that cost them money. Let me give you an example. A car costs you money. A car costs insurance that you have to pay every single month. A car costs gasoline. A car costs maintenance. Sometimes it breaks down, you have to take care of that. So it's a liability because it is not making you money, and it's costing you money every single month. Let me give you another example. The house that you live in, that's a liability because it's costing you money every single month that you pay for it, and you're not gaining any sort of value from it other than having a mortgage that is building equity every single month. It's kind of just like a savings account, basically. And plus, you took out a loan from the bank, so you're kind of losing money by paying the bank for that interest. And so what do the wealthy do? The wealthy spend their money on something called assets. Assets are things that make you money. So let me give you an example. A house that someone buys as an investment property is an asset because what they do is they might get a mortgage from the bank, but what they do is they find someone who can rent the house for a higher price than what the bank is charging them for the mortgage monthly, and they use their money to pay for the mortgage expense every single month, and they also allocate some of that for profits. So they're actually making money every single month. It might not be a lot, maybe just $200 to $400 every single month from the rent that they're paying, and they have to save some of that for expenses that the person renting might cause those expenses to happen. But basically, he's gaining money every single month. With those paychecks that he accumulated, he's able to spend it on something that's going to bring him money every single month. That car that the poor person bought is not making him money every single month like an investment property that the rich person bought. So that's something that you have to understand, the difference between assets and liabilities. And it's completely okay for you to spend money on liabilities, but you have to make sure that you're spending most of your money on assets, things that pay you money. So a dividend stock is an asset because it is paying you every single month or every 3 months. It's something that's paying you money, and just by you purchasing the one share of that stock. A stock that grows in value is an asset because it's something that you spent money, but it's going to make you money. So basically, spend money on things that make you money. This can be a business, stocks, real estate. There are so many examples, bonds. Just make sure that whatever you spend your money on, it's going to make you money. It can be in the long run or short run, but just make sure whatever you spend your money on, make sure it makes you money. And like I said, it's okay if you spend money on liabilities as long as it's not a significant amount of the money that you have. Make sure you're spending mostly on assets, not liabilities. So as long as you continue living with this principle and stick to it, I'm sure you will end up rich, especially if you start young. And something else that you have to pay attention to is that it is not easy to only spend money on assets. It can be very hard because some of the funnest things, some of the stuff that people actually desire are liabilities, not necessarily assets. Nobody really has a mouth waters over a stock or dividends. I mean, some people do, but not normally. What people mouth water for is like a really nice car or something like that. But you have to think long term. You're creating wealth for yourself so that you buy yourself time and financial freedom. That way you can make your own decisions. You don't have to be pressured to have to go clock into a job every single day. And all of this can be made happen by you investing your money into assets. The poor people receive a paycheck and they spend that money. While people who are smart and rich, they take that paycheck and buy things that make them more money. So they're using their money to make them even more money. They're not just receiving that paycheck from their job and taking it. They're actually using that paycheck to make them more money from that. So I hope this lesson, you take it to heart and actually apply it to your life. It's something very important and so simple, but it makes the biggest difference. Thank you all so much for watching this brand new video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Flaming Prophets YouTube channel. I hope I brought value to you, and let me know in the comment section what did you think about this video. I really appreciate all of the comments, the support. It's been helping me a lot, and I really appreciate it. I hope that you learned something and that I was able to help you, and I hope that you actually apply this because it will make the biggest difference long term. Just make sure you understand and you practice this every single day. Alright, so thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Let's go out there and make those profits.